Welcome to Council Chat. With me is Councilmember Frye.
Hey, okay, good to see you.
Yes, you too. Really happy that it's Friday.
Yes.
It's been a long week.
A long, hot week, and next week it's going to be even hotter. I think it's 100 degrees every day next week.
I'm not excited.
I'm not ready for it either.
Not at all. Starting off next week as usual with our Board of Bids and Petitions for Public Improvements.
Right, and we were joking during agenda review that next week is also District 1 Day because we have quite a few items related to District 1.
Yes.
A couple of unsafe structures that we have to look at, and then a facade improvement project. So Councilmember Johnson, he's got a lot of work to educate us on the next few days.
Yes.
And then we also have an IRB request for Air Capital Flight Line. This is down south. It's related to a Spirit expansion. That's a $60 million project. So it's great to see Spirit continuing to do great things and soar to new heights, if I can use the pun. But they've made really good use of the old Boeing property down there, and it's good to see.
Yep, I totally agree. There's also a proposed ordinance to look at how we impound vehicles involved in human trafficking. So curious and anxious to learn more about what that looks like.
And I believe this is a proposal that the Wichita Police Department brought to us as a way to help, crack down on this.
And I think that they learned about this program for some best practices for some other cities that are doing that. So excited to learn more about that. And downtown will be hearing about an item we will consider approving an MOU for a new downtown biomedical campus, the partnership between KU and Wichita State, filling a much-needed gap for medical professionals and providing infill.
Yeah, this is such an exciting project for downtown Wichita. To have WSU and KU partner together on this new facility to really create an education and research campus for healthcare and to be able to train the next generation of students and then related industries. This first project is 500,000 square feet, I believe, and just expected to have 3,000 students down there once it's complete and operating, and then how it builds out from there. So really can continue to change the face of downtown Wichita, especially south of Douglas, between that Douglas to Kellogg gap where there hasn't been a lot of investment other than what we had with the arena. But to see that take what was the old Alice Hotel site, which has just been a parking lot, and really create something amazing, I think is just fantastic for this community and continues to develop regionally. So
I remember when they blew up the Alice Hotel.
Yeah, I was working at Channel 3, and we carried that live on the air.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember there was a Tickle Me Elmo at the very, very top. But anyway, really excited. There's a lot of synergy in that area, and I'm excited to see that develop. And
again, we've seen some models in Houston and Phoenix, and WSU and KU have really, went and done the legwork on this to figure out how we can best, build, start something that could end up maybe being something like what they've done in those cities. So exciting to get it going, and I know it's on a fast track. Because of some of the federal dollars that are being used. So, and that relates to additional jobs, and then additional related industry, and then housing. So there's going to be a lot of activity on this. So it's just exciting to see.
Yes.
Also on the agenda for Tuesday, we have our usual assortment of non-consent planning items, zoning requests, conditional use requests. I think we've got 4 or 5. So, and again, those hearings have already been held at the MAPC and the DAB, so no public input, but you can still reach out to your council members and let them know how you feel about it. But at the meeting itself, it will just be staff presentation. So, that's standard in our regular meetings as well. So, so how's your summer been? Have you been a lot of baseball?
I have been. We just finished up our last tournament a couple weeks ago, but we're already looking at fall ball and stuff, so there's no breaks.
Now, what grade is?
He'll be in 8th grade.
8th grade. Okay. Yeah, my son will be a senior.
Yeah.
So it's hard to believe.
We just enrolled and be starting school really soon. And
where's he go?
Mesa South.
Mesa. Oh, so really? Okay. Well, that's my son and daughter both went to May South Middle.
Yep,
So.
this will be his second year there. So
Okay, well, it's a great school, but summer's hard to believe it's already passed. I have not had a vacation, not been able to get away.
you've been busy though.
Yeah, a little bit. It's okay, but that's the way I'm roll. I like to stay busy.
Me too. Me
keep
too.
Active, so.
Yeah, and I also just got back from a work trip. I went to Tlalnepantla
Yep.
in Mexico.
You did that very well, by the way.
Thank you. I had to really think about it before I said it.
It's a difficult one to pronounce.
Councilmember Bluebaugh and I both went to celebrate our 50th celebration of being sister cities, and we interacted with the mayor there and several different council members. It's really interesting to learn how similar we are and also some of the differences. Like they have 14 council members and they're all at large and they run as a ticket. And so lots of different things that were really interesting to me. But I learned a lot and it was a really awesome experience.
Yeah, I got to make that trip my second year on council at Tlalnepantla, and you're right. It's totally different. It's 30 million people, and then Tlalnepantla is 1 million people within that 30 million. And it's just so dense and packed, and the zonings are so different, and you've got a really nice hotel right next to an empty it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I can't even describe it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it was really interesting, just to see their lack of water that is easily accessible for even for their businesses. So I was just looking at things through a different lens than you would typically look if you were on vacation or something. So it was really interesting, and the traffic is insane.
Yeah, it
is.
is.
I could never.
Yeah, Wichita, you should be very fortunate that it only takes 15 minutes to get across town. I think we had to go 1 mile, and it took us 45 minutes. And we could have walked it in 20.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. So
I was really excited, and it was a really good time. I learned a lot while I was there.
I didn't realize it's been 50 years of our Sister City Exchange, so good on you for doing that.
Yep.
So a couple calendar things. We have 2 more budget hearings coming up, one on August 15th. That's a regular scheduled council meeting. And then August 22nd, and that will be the final hearing, and when we would have hopefully an adoption of the budget at that time. So there's still opportunity for the public to come out, let us know your thoughts and feelings on how it's been drafted, where do we need to address, and that's also the 10-year capital plan as well.
Yes.
So 2 more opportunities. We had the meeting Tuesday night, and what was there, 30 people?
Yeah, maybe.
Roughly?
15 from Cowtown.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I appreciated that.
Yep, that's good. That's fine. But 2 more opportunities, so we'd love to hear from you. Reach out to us. Let us know your thoughts and feelings. So it's getting crunch time.
Yep.
So, okay, so speaking of crunch time, I know this is the moment. All right. Would you rather lose all your memories or never be able to make new ones? Oh, that is so deep.
Oh, wow.
That is so deep.
I think never be able to make new ones.
But then you wouldn't be able to remember them. So going forward, if you couldn't make new ones, would you still be able to remember them? So now I'm getting deep on this.
Would you rather lose all your memory or never be able to make new ones?
Oh, gosh, that's tough. I can't lose any of my memories. That's such
Same.
a precious thing. I mean, we've got children, right? And that's what makes it special. And yes, you're going to be able to make new ones, but if you can't remember the past, too many special moments.
I agree.
Yeah.
Way to make us think today.
Yeah. On a Friday, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that brings a close to this edition of Council Chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. And if you don't already subscribe, be sure to follow us on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And please stay cool and stay hydrated.